liked all the Warner Brothers trailers they showed at San Diego Comic-Con last week, but because I'm a DC fanboy, you would think that my favorite trailer would have been Aquaman or Shazam, right? But although I like those trailers, neither of those were my favorite ones. Godzilla King of Monsters was. I know, stunning, huh? That trailer I thought was epic and mesmerizing. I've watched it on YouTube over and over again, like a million times since Saturday when it dropped. I don't know, something about that trailer just really grabbed me. And, but first, well, let's just get into the trailer, what happened in it and stuff. Now, I guess one of the reasons is I'm a sucker for epic scores and classical music. And if you notice in this trailer, they first played the original and then a cover of this classical piece, I think called Claire de Lune by Claude Debussy or Debussy. My pronunciation is horrible. I know who people are, what names mean and stuff, but I a lot of times mangle the pronunciation. But I love the way that they wove that classical, like kind of mellow song in with this trailer with all these things blowing up and these giant monsters. I thought that juxtaposition was incredible and magnetic and magnificent, and I was feeling all of that. Like, I loved it. And I really was like, I felt like watching the trailer, I was really experiencing something like larger than life and, just on a huge scale. It really got me. And I think that song choice, the juxtaposition with all this blowing up and stuff, really helped. Now, the trailer opened with Vera Farmiga's character. I think it's Farmiga, right? Not Farmiga. I don't know, Farmiga. Is that Italian? Giving that speech as a scientist through those screens. How the mass extinction has begun. And, we're the humanity the cause. But, nature released a fever to fight the infection us. And it's the monsters, the titans. But then she says, unless we awaken all the titans or reach them, they're our only hope for survival. So I was confused. If the titans are here to stop us, how does us reaching them or whatever, how is that our only hope for survival? Are we supposed to find a way? Is she mean we have to find a way to work with them or something? Because it sounds like we should be running away from them or trying to stop them, not find them. But I don't know, maybe I missed something, but I thought that speech opening the trailer with that was powerful, even though I don't understand exactly what she was getting at. Now, of course, the big star of the movie, I guess, is Millie Bobby Brown of Stranger Things. And, she's a good actress and a good choice, and that's fine. But I hope that the directors and the writers understand that even though Millie Bobby Brown's a big star, she's not the star of this movie. Godzilla and the monsters are. So I don't really think they need to be focusing, having all the shots on her and, her face and stuff. They should be focusing on the monsters more than anybody else and monsters fighting each other. That's the reason people want to see a Godzilla movie, is they want to see giant creatures beating each other up. Not, Millie Bobby Brown. Not that I don't like Millie Bobby Brown. Millie Bobby Brown is cool, but, she is not the main draw of this movie. Godzilla and the other monsters, Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah, those are the reasons people want to see this movie. Now, speaking of the monsters, the main thrust of this movie, and we saw glimpses of them in the trailer. The trailer, I think the people editing the trailer were, I think they took care to show the monsters enough for you to understand that there are monsters in the movie, but they weren't all over because I think they want to leave something to the imagination, some mystery. They don't want to give it all away in the first trailer. The first of several trailers, and then if you see everything in the trailers, what's left for the movie? But I loved, the glowing. I'm a sucker for glowing lighting kind of effects, VFX. I liked how when we first see Godzilla, he shoots his energy breath or whatever up into the sky, and the scales or the spiny scales on the back of his back were lit up too. I thought that was cool visually. And then the next scene after that is Mothra spreading her moth wings, and those were glowing green. I think Godzilla's stuff was glowing blue, but Mothra's wingspan was kind of this green color. And then later on we saw Rodan, on a volcano, and then he would fly. And of course there was a lot of red imagery with him because he was around lava and magma. And then we would see glimpse, not much, of King Ghidorah, the three-headed dragon or whatever. And, King Ghidorah doesn't do much in this trailer because I think they're kind of saving him for later. But, he was very large and magnificent, as a big, giant three-headed dragon would be. When you saw him, you didn't see much of him in this trailer. Because, like I said, I think they're keeping a lot of their cards to the vest at this point. But it looked great. I hope that they deliver on their promise of huge monsters fighting each other with epic action. But the point is, in Godzilla movies, and you saw glimpses of this, when you have things that big fighting each other, buildings and cities get destroyed. We saw that in the first Godzilla movie, and we see shots of that, clips of that in this trailer. And I'm wondering if the people making Godzilla might get in trouble, because if you remember, if you're a DC fan, when they did Man of Steel, Zack Snyder got so much crap because of the way Metropolis was destroyed and stuff. So I'm wondering, are people going to like come down hard on Godzilla King of Monsters if they show entire cities and stuff getting wrecked? You know, will it be the same thing? Or are they going to have, I guess maybe people will hold Superman to a higher standard than giant monsters who don't really have a sense of morality that we have? Let's hope so. Because I kind of think, you know, in a Godzilla movie, there are some things you just have to accept. Buildings are going to get knocked down and people are going to get killed from collateral damage. I mean, you can complain about it, but if you don't like that, then maybe you shouldn't be watching a Godzilla movie. So I hope that people and critics understand that when they're watching this movie. And speaking of Godzilla, I saw the movies when I was a little kid, you know, on rerun, but I don't really remember Godzilla movies that well, so I don't remember the mythology, the origins of all these monsters. So, you know, maybe this movie will reintroduce them to me in a different way, a cooler way, you know, the update of Godzilla and all them, because I don't remember. But all in all, awesome trailer. Like I said, this is my favorite trailer of all the ones released by Warner Brothers and Hall H earlier, or, you know, late last week, Saturday. And, you know, it teased awesome stuff, and I hope that it delivers awesome stuff when it's in theaters May 2019. That's what they said. Thank you for watching. If you like this trailer, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.